Oh, good morning and welcome to Glasgow Rangers Nation, channel that brings you your team every single day. Daily Rangers news, daily Rangers updates, all to your computer or mobile device, guys. Best way to get that, hit the sub now, ring the notification bell, set it to all so you get all of that daily news, guys, as well as the podcast and obviously the live streams, like the live stream we did yesterday on that unfortunate game at Pittodrie. Well, obviously, we're sitting here. Obviously, it's Monday morning when I'm recording this video, and we are obviously reflecting on the fact that we obviously lost 2-0 to Aberdeen in what was a fairly appalling performance. A bit of a game of two halves, as I said on my reaction video yesterday. First half, that well, if we'd taken a couple of those chances, it could have been a very different game indeed. But I think, a performance that really does show that Rangers do lack a cutting edge and they lack a number 9. They lack a real finisher. Alfie, I think, he is checked out. He's on his way. Yes, he got those 2 goals against St Mirren, but, those chances, obviously, he didn't. He had the one chance yesterday, and that was pretty much it. Didn't really offer, didn't really show for anything else. Searle missed that one-on-one that if he just slightly lifts the ball or bends it a little bit, it goes in. Lack of composure from Searle, as I said yesterday on the video. Really does show that we do miss having a finisher. That's something that we do badly need to address in the summer, is go out there and get someone who is an out-and-out finisher. I don't think Antonio Cholak is the answer. Cholak, I don't think, takes any of those chances yesterday either. Overall, you've got to be looking at getting someone in, and this is the big thing. As much as it pains me to say this, and as much as I hate saying it and I hate praising them, but some of those chances yesterday fall to Kyogo or Hatate or whatever, and they end up in the back of the net. It's simple as, that's the difference between Celtic's forwards and our forwards. They take their chances, we don't. It's one of the big differences, I think, in the two teams. And, you can dominate a game, but if you don't take your chances, it matters not. It matters not whether you've got the majority of possession or the majority of chances. If you don't take those chances and the other team do take theirs, you're going to come out second best. And that's what happened with Rangers yesterday. Anyway, Rangers manager Michael Beale was talking after the game and sort of picked out some of those key issues that are facing the club going forward and coming out, and also coming out of yesterday's game at Pittodrie. We're going to have a little look at his quotes, have a look at what he said, and have a little thought, think into what he's talking about here, and get your views, obviously, on the way we go forward from this. That's what I want to know. In the comments below, if you can get those in, that'd be fantastic to hear from you, because as we say, this is a fan-based channel. Michael Beale said after the game, he said Borna hits the post and Nico gets in and shoots when maybe he could give the ball to Malik for a simple tap-in. You go in at half-time being dominant. Aberdeen was struggling to get a foothold in the game. What the second half can bring. The first goal is obviously a bit of a freak goal, and I didn't really like our reaction for 10 to 15 minutes. I thought we reacted poorly. I thought 1 or 2 started taking extra touches. I thought Aberdeen pressed down well on us. Obviously, kept playing forward, and pressing down and played pressure football. We have to stay in the game at that moment. We have to defend that far post better. Some interesting points here that Beale makes. Obviously those chances that we created, a little bit more awareness from the players, a little bit more heads-up play. We do obviously create those chances a little bit better, perhaps take those chances a little bit better. Obviously, Nico yesterday apparently had to pass a fitness test to play. He was suffering with an ankle injury, which is worrying, obviously, going towards the semi-final against that lot from across the city next weekend, obviously, which will be live here on Glasgow Rangers Nation. You go in being dominant at half-time. Yes, Rangers did have the majority of chances, and Aberdeen did seem to be struggling to get a foothold. Yes, they had that shot by Ramadani, but that was pretty much it for that first half. Beale's right. The first goal was a free goal. Did Scales mean it? I don't think he did, no matter what he may say. It was a cross-come shot that kind of went over a very badly placed Alan McGregor. And the reaction was awful. It was absolutely shocking. And this is the problem, I think, with a lot of these players at this moment in time in this team. The heads go down too quickly. They give up too quickly. They haven't got a heart or a fight or a passion for the club. And that's the real worry for me. Michael Beale talked about the fact that, other than Alan and Alfie, these guys will all be here next season. And that really worries me. There's a number of these players that I just think aren't good enough to play in this team, that have kind of, been sort of stained with the air of losing and can't shake it. Your Lundstroms of this world, your Ben Davis, who I thought was absolutely shocking again yesterday. Obviously, partly to blame for that second goal, along with Borna, who also had a poor game yesterday. A couple of real dodgy moments from Ben Davis. He does look to be suffering with a real lack of confidence, and that's something that's very worrying, obviously, going towards the semi-final on Sunday. Big hopes, obviously, that Connor Goldson is back. And personally, like I said on a couple of videos now, I'd put Goldson and Suter in central defence for the Celtic game, and I wouldn't play Davis, given his lack of confidence. Michael Beale then went on to say this. In the build-up, there may have been a foul. We got to play on and do our jobs better, because after that, there will be chances, and there was. We had another big chance with Rabbi. We have a huge chance with James as well. We come as an away team today and have a massive 6 opportunities. We take none. We have to take our medicine and go down the road and push it to one side to focus on next week. I think that key comment there is that middle paragraph there. You know, when he says we had another chance, big chance with Rabbi, we had a big chance with James. We come as an away team today. We have 6 massive chances and we take none. And that's one of the big problems. We're not taking our chances. We are creating chances, but we're at times overplaying, not finishing, not being decisive enough, not having that killer instinct in front of goal. And this is something that Rangers have really got to address going forward. Like I said, they need somebody who's going to have that killer instinct in the box, a killer instinct to put the ball in the back of the net. Like, you know, hate him, whatever, you know, he plays for that. Like, yes, Kyogo, he takes chances. That's what he does, you know. And at the end of the day, that's the sort of player that we need in this team. That someone's going to put the ball in the back of the net on a regular basis. It's something we really don't have at this moment in time at the club, and it needs to be addressed in the summer. You know, 4 or 5 new faces, they say. I think more close to 7 and 8 new faces, but that's going to be tough to do in one transfer window. And I think this may take a summer and January for Rangers to really redevelop this squad. And then where are you going to be, obviously, in competition with that lot from across the city? Yes, Tom Lawrence coming back will be a huge benefit to the team when he returns in September. But he's obviously going to take time to get back up to speed. I think he'll miss a great deal of pre-season. But for me, coming out of yesterday, like Beale said, we're not taking our chances. We're creating chances, but just not taking them. And that's something that's really got to be addressed. And obviously, like he said, we focus on next week, which is obviously this coming Sunday against Celtic. And we need a raise in level in performance. We need an improvement in level in performance. We need a better, more decisive clinical touch in front of goal. We need something to really set this team apart, something that's going to push this team on. And certainly we haven't seen as of yet. You know, Michael Beale, yes, has had a good record as Rangers manager since he's come in November. But at the end of the day, the problem we've had is that I think at times some of the results have papered over the cracks slightly. In fact, we're not taking chances. And against some of the poorer teams, we have been able to sort of still rack up a few goals, given the fact we are creating a massive number of chances. Again, against Celtic on Sunday, we are not going to be creating 10, 15, 20 chances. It's just not going to be the thing against them. So we do need to be more clinical. I don't know what the answer is at the moment, because obviously we haven't got anybody else anyone else we can bring in. I think it's probably a bit too early for Lovelace to put into a semi-final, having not played any first-team football. Well, only played 20 minutes, I think, is a first-team football. So, you know, you've got a situation where you don't know what the situation was with Cholak, and would you want to risk Cholak in a semi-final anyway? Morelos is out of form. He's not great. He's not playing well. Do you want to risk him, or do you go with Tillman as a fake 9, or even Kent up front? You know, what is the answer for this semi-final? It's certainly something that's got to be worked on this week. Now, obviously, we are building up towards this game on Sunday. It is going to be a huge week here on Glasgow Rangers Nation. So the way you can make sure you keep up to date with all the latest goings on as we build up towards that massive game on Sunday is by hitting that sub, ringing that bell, and giving this video a like. Guys, thank you so much for watching Glasgow Rangers Nation. Thank you so much for choosing to watch. It does mean a load to us here at the channel. Like I said, we are a fan-driven channel. We are here for you, the fan, to have your say as well. That's why we like your comments, your questions, etc. Please hit those. Please hit that like. Please put those comments in the thing. Especially if you are a Rangers fan. If you're a Celtic fan, go and watch the Celtic channel. Don't be so sad. Thank you for watching. I'll be back to speak to you again really soon here on Glasgow Rangers Nation.